So let's go on and read. It says in Mark chapter 1, verse 12, it says, immediately the Spirit drove him to the wilderness. And he was there in the wilderness 40 days, tempted by Satan, and was with the wild beasts, and the angels ministered to him. So let's leave our finger there, and we're going to go back to Luke chapter 4. Go forward to Luke chapter 4. Right after Mark, the book of Luke, chapter 4. And we know that earlier he was tempted by bread in verse 3 and 4 of Luke chapter 4. In Luke chapter 5, we see that it says here, the devil taking him to a high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world at one time. And the devil said to him, all this authority I give you, and their glory, for this is delivered to me, and I will give it to whom I wish. Therefore, if you worship before me, all will be yours. And then Jesus said to him, get behind me, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve. You shall worship the Lord your God only. Worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve. So, you can't get him on the physical part. So, he got him with his ego, went after Jesus' ego. And see, Jesus, he knew Jesus. Jesus wanted to let the world know that he was the Messiah, and that he was God, and that you had to have faith in him. And he also knew that one day he was going to die, he was going to be rejected. He had to die on the cross. He had to go through all that pain, go down to the depths of hell to free those who are captive in hell, and then go to heaven. And even after all that, most of the world was going to reject him. Jesus knew this. And Satan went to the tricks. And the tricks he did on Jesus, he does to us today. He went after Jesus' ego, after his vanity. And a lot of times Satan gets us on our vanity. Satan gives us pride. You guys heard our verse that pride comes before the fall? It's true. Pride comes before the fall. Now, I know in my life, I got myself in trouble because my pride was hurt. In fact, I had a relationship with one of my sisters that got really messed up because my pride was hurt. And what made it worse, we had an argument, the incident that caused all the heat up was never discussed. It was because my pride was hurt. And it took some time to get us where we could even talk to each other again. It took quite a bit of time because my pride was hurt. Satan gets us where it hurts people. And he will challenge your pride. He'll challenge your social standings. He finds the things that you desires the most, and he'll try to use that as a bait, as a little carrot stick to come and follow me. You know how you put this carrot in front of a horse? And use that carrot to come and follow you. Now, we use that today in sociology and social services. Put the carrot, give an incentive for a kid to do what you want. And sometimes it's good to do that to sort of modify behavior. But Satan is an expert at modifying human behavior because he has a lot of knowledge. He has a lot of minions observing what's going on. His minions are watching us all the time. They know they're watching us, observing us enough to know how we tick. And they'll find things that are weakness and say, well, this is weakness and this is desire. We'll put this together to go the way we want to go. And he'll get you on those things. So, if he knows your weakness is women, hey man, we got these women here, come check it out. Come check it out. You get these women, you do these things, we'll get you a woman and all the stuff you need, as long as you follow me. And you notice that a lot of these rappers and stuff, what attracts them? That has them fall away and go the way of the world instead of going the way of God. Women, drugs, pleasure. The pleasure of the flesh, the pleasure of the eyes. Money, power, influence. What gets a lot of us in the job that gets us strong, off track and running away on the job? money, power, influence. If you do this and that, you know, it may not be so ethical, but if you go far my way doing this, you just sold your soul to that, then I'll make sure you're successful. If you want to, even though this may not be the best way to do it, follow this way. Instead of doing that easy piece, you know, that instead of being a do-gooder, get ruthless and do these things in politics or in a job or with your friends, and you'll get up. I'll make sure you get up there. Have you ever had situations, job, well, they say, well, Harvey, we need for you to fudge on this contract to get this done, or we need you to lie about this to get this done. Have you ever had that happen on your job? Maybe you've done sales, or maybe to get ahead on a job, you had to try to make, you know, find something bad about the other person and pull them down that way so that you can step up above them. Have you ever had to do that? Or have you ever been tempted as a boss to write a bad evaluation of somebody that was as good as you to make sure that you stay on top? Or just cut them down a little bit so you can stay on top? Have you ever had to do that on the job? Maybe you had some friends, and maybe you didn't do it, but you let other people gossip about them because you didn't like them, and they had more popularity than you did. So